And San Jose is gearing up for legal battles over several major housing projects there. The city is trying to stop developers from taking advantage of a provision in a state law known as the builder's remedy. It basically allows developers to ignore local zoning codes if a city doesn't have a state-approved plan to meet its housing goals. Len Ramirez shows us how it's already affecting the Bay Area's biggest city.
Brian Garcia and his friends say this turf soccer field adds to the enjoyment of their Midtown San Jose neighborhood. The field and adjacent park were part of the city's general plan that required builders to provide enough parking and contribute to parks and open space when they built the housing.
If buildings are being built like this, you need a nice field, just for the kids.
But over the past year, developers have been allowed to sidestep this and other normal city requirements under a California law called Builder's Remedy. Builder's Remedy is a legal mechanism that can be used to expedite low or middle income housing construction if cities do not meet the state housing requirements.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
San Jose builder Michael Van Every has built hundreds of housing units in San Jose. Although he doesn't have any Builder's Remedy projects on the books, he said the law can cut two ways.
The state is trying to increase supply. However, it is having a material and political effect on our neighborhoods throughout California.
In some neighborhoods, Builder's Remedy has led to bigger projects than would normally be allowed, and in places where housing is usually off limits, like industrial areas. Builder's Remedy also allows developers to downsize projects. In the case of the massive flea market project, the developer wants to cut 2,500 homes and an office complex from the original plans because of weak demand for office space coming out of the pandemic.
You can't blame the property owners and the developers. They're just utilizing their rights under state law.
Eric Schenauer is a land use consultant who represents the owners of the flea market.
The city wouldn't have been in this position if they had adopted and submitted a housing element by the state deadline.
But now the city is trying to rein in developers by canceling 14 Builder's Remedy projects submitted to the city after June 20th of last year, which is the date San Jose contends it came under state compliance. In a statement, San Jose said it hopes those developers resubmit plans and, quote, consider using our normal process through which they come back with a project proposal that is consistent with the city's general plan. But Schenauer says it could be setting up a court battle in which a judge might have to decide when San Jose was legally in compliance with state law.
Some will file legal challenges and some will drop their Builder's Remedy proposal.
The flea market is still weighing its legal options, but Schenauer says it will remain open as the flea market until at least January of 2026. And in the rest of San Jose, it remains to be seen how much more housing gets built where it is.
They can come down here, nice environment, have fun, and then it's a lovely place.
And whether amenities like this are going to come with it.
San Jose is required to plan for 62,000 units by 2031 to keep up with its population and housing demand estimates.